Hello and welcome to this first episode of this YouTube series. Now, we don't actually have an official name for it yet. I'm Anita, Liberate Me if you don't know me already. Yeah, so we are thinking Real Talk with Anita, Wake Up with Anita. What else have we got here? Tea and Truth, because I have my cup of tea. I even have an actual pot today. We have Anarchy with Anita. If anybody of you know Liberate Me and know the readings and insights that we give, they certainly can be a bit soul shaking. Good for you, but absolutely so soul shaking. The other one is Authority with Anita, right? Because we're all wanting that authority, that confidence and all of that stuff. And where does that happen? How does that happen? Or Afternoon with Anita. So we are not sure yet. We'll see what this will be called, but I'd love to hear from you. You can put it in the comments if you have a preference and a vote. And now I'm gonna dive in. We're gonna give you a little something that I can talk on, help you out with. And today I've got my notes over here, just make sure I cover the talking points. Again, if you know me, I can go on and on and on because there's so many insights. A little sip of tea before I spill the tea. So today we're going to talk about why your healing does not need an apology. So the reason why your healing doesn't need an apology, you're going to start there, okay, is, well, first of all, inside of Liberate Me, inside of what we call your individual profile signature that's unique to you, we actually say there is no healing. Healing isn't required, okay? That's the myth itself, okay? Because we think we've got to heal something, we're broken, we've got to fix ourselves. We don't need to fix ourselves. Everything is by like a grand design that is all happening for you, not to you. And I know that sounds like a freaking cliche. You're like, no, right? But here we know how to integrate that very precisely, so it's not just BS, and it can really help you to forget about healing. Because if we're trying to heal ourselves, fix ourselves, we think we're broken, okay? We're not, because wherever you've experienced the pain from, okay, so bring up an example right now, if you like, of an apology that you want from someone, right? That would be really nice to have that apology, okay? I will give an example of mine shortly. I mean, I've got so many, unbelievable, right? And if I was still waiting for that apology, I would be waiting forever, okay? And nothing would have moved forward. So, okay. So feeling to where you might want an apology now, because this can make it a little bit more interactive, a bit more useful for you to actually shift something while we do these little episodes for you. So, and you can put it in the comments. Love to hear what it is. Yeah, we can support you. You can have your process, if you like, in the comments if you would like to. You don't have to, of course. So it's this myth of requiring closure, right? We feel like we need closure. And for closure, we need an apology. Who feels like that? Like, I need that apology to feel the closure. And actually, it's taken away our power and not given us the power. So you really want to reclaim that emotional power, right? All it's doing is making you feel very weak, powerless, and all of that. And remember, we don't need healing, and everything is by design. So where someone did something to upset you, or said something to upset you, or in a relationship, wherever it may be for you, at work, in a relationship, wherever it is designed. It's like a reflective mirror to activate and evolve something in you to come into more of your true identity. So, you know, it is a gift, even though it's like, no, it's so painful. But these people, these situations where you want the apology from, they are doing it unconsciously sometimes, and sometimes consciously, particularly in intimate relationships. It's a lot of time unconsciously, like, why is my partner saying all these things or acting like a mad woman or a mad man or whatever it may be? I want an apology, and we get stuck in that ego, right? But it happens everywhere. It happens at work, it happens in friendships, it happens everywhere. So what's important about that is it's happening for you, all right? And not just happening for you, you know, whatever, right? We want to be able to use it and integrate it. It's happening to create a result and an outcome of something you desire. So if we get fixated on the apology, we don't get the result or the desire. That's just that ego, right? I want this apology and all of that, okay? I want you to feel small so I can feel big. Okay, when actually it's all by design to use it and to see what it's here for you. So feel free as well if you want to DM or put a message below on what's happening for you, and I can give you a personal insight, okay? Because I know this is like, what? This is complicated. It sounds good on the surface, but that's because it takes some integration, okay? It's not just snap our fingers and we get to this place. So, but it's asking yourself, would you prefer to reclaim your emotional power right now and get that result and outcome, that involvement from this experience? Or would you like to focus on the apology, okay? That I have to get that apology. I will not let that go, all right? Really ask yourself that. It's not an easy question. And both isn't an answer, okay? So really letting yourself answer that question. It's because this is about letting go. And I can't tell you how long it took me to understand this thing of letting go, oh my God. But I got it. And now I can let go so quickly without an apology, without it even being remedied or fixed, just move on through. Use it for what it's here for, very specifically with my signature. And then I see that, oh my God, there was growth in that for me. There was involvement in that for me. And now that person isn't acting that way, or that situation has changed. Okay, it does a 180. So we bring the power back to yourself to use it, because we're actually all connected. We're not separate. You're not like, you're doing that to me. We're kind of microcosms of each other. We talk about sacred geometry. We're all sort of connected. All right. So there's sort of a grand design to it all. So very important to use it. And then you get to take the power back. You don't have to sit there waiting on someone to give you that power. Now, some real life stories from me of the healing without getting that closure or getting the apology. Oh my God, millions, right? Millions and millions throughout my life. But to give a recent one, there was one with family, and actually, this one was with my in-laws. There was a situation that happened years ago now, and there was a little bit of an upset and some things were said, and that's okay because it's all part of the design, and so I can use it for what it's here for, right? Now, at first, it was like, wow, they did me wrong. They need to apologize to me. But very quickly, within 24 hours, 48 hours, I was ready to let that go. I did express my truth, okay? And that's very important when you come into your power, that you express your truth, but not from a place of I'm looking for anything from you. But to get to that point of being able to express it, there's some pre-steps, okay? Because otherwise we're expressing it, and we're expressing it from a false element in us. That is not who we are, not our identity, because we're wanting something from it, okay? So if you're wanting nothing from it and you're just stating that truth, that's okay, that's brilliant, okay? And then I actually stepped into an expression of letting it go, an apology, right? In sorts, and said I'm willing to let it go, right? Sorry for any part of my part inside of that, because it's for the greater good. And I was gonna get a lot from that in expansion, in my involvement. My husband would get a lot from that, in that expansion and that involvement. We would, and so would they, if they want to, right? I mean, it's available for everyone to get something out of these situations, rather than going, right, I need an apology. You were wrong and I was right, and why did this happen? You shouldn't have treated me like that. You shouldn't have spoke to me like that. You shouldn't have had that tone of voice. And so just instead, use it and let it go. Now, that doesn't mean you're always gonna be met with someone that can let it go as well, okay? Not the case. But the point is, you're reclaiming your power and you're letting that go. And that meant a relationship could form with my in-laws again, right? We were able to have that relationship step by step, and by no means, the perfect thing in the world. There is no perfect. But this isn't really about getting that result. The result it gives you isn't trying to get a result and an outcome with that person, with that situation. It gives you results in your health, your wealth, your love life, your lifestyle. Those results come in. You get an outcome. All right, so when you use it in a very specific way, and there's a way to actually do this, because just telling you isn't going to do it, okay? There's an integrative activation, as we call it inside of here, that how you can be with this, and so it's absolutely natural for you not to have that, I want that apology. So, and that's what true healing, if you like, looks like, even though it's not healing, because we don't really need to heal, because it's not necessary. We want to activate it. All of these are sources and materials to activate into what you desire, or even better. That's it. So we miss out on the result and the outcome because we're constantly trying to fix something, all right? Or we're trying to get healed, or we're trying to recover from it. Actually, just really simply, let it go. Like there's been a really bad storm, right? Or bad, not here, it's nice and sunny here, but where there's been really bad weather or whatever it is, we don't get angry at the storm, or we might for a moment, okay? You can feel the feeling. It's okay to feel it, you want to have a human experience. And then as quick as you can, move on. all right? Now, don't just move on. You want to really use it. Like, oh, what is that experience is showing up for me? Okay, what is there something about this situation, this person, the way they're behaving that actually I envy, or I'm supposed to be that way? That's part of my identity, and I'm rejecting them because I'm rejecting myself. Is it something that's happened in my life, in my upbringing, in my relationships that I've yet to activate? We call it activate rather than healing. Activate into a result on outcome. Instead, I've been healing it. I've been trying to fix it or run away from it. But instead, I need to use it and get the result and the outcome from it. Is it reminding me of something that's traumatic or was painful? And so I can use it. So it's very important to use it. All right. So number one, feel it for sure. We don't want you not to feel. We don't want you to be superhuman. Okay. Feel that feeling and then let it go. All right. In that unhook, make it not matter. Emotionally, that means still feel it. You can feel it, but you're going to elevate to have a look at it. All right. And then you can move into how am I here to use this? What's the message, the insight to activate this into creation of what I desire or even better. All right. So that's what I call activation. Okay, so you can actually receive an outcome from it, like it's a blessing, but a lot of people call healing. Okay, healing is like so last century now. All right, we're moving past that. We're not broken. It's all good in the hood, and we just want to activate it into the gift that's in it for us. Okay, so I think I've covered everything I wanted to cover there. And if you want some more integration of this, we are going live again with our events, the Liberate Me tour, and there's a link in the bio or somewhere in the description, depending where you're watching this. For that, there's an events page there. We have an event in Dubai at the Nira Private Members Club. This one's very exclusive, so it's invite only, but I have a personalized list. If you want an invite, reach out. It tells you how to do that there. And we're talking all about liberating your true self and being liberated from these kinds of experiences and using them for the gold inside of them. We have another event in New York, so I'll be traveling to New York come the end of this month, around the 28th. And we have a series of events that may be happening there. We're also going to have some digital, so if face-to-face is difficult, that's okay. We're going to do some digital high impact events as well, so you can get involved in those. And of course, the way it's here, the best insight you're ever going to get is to get your individual identity profile signature. We give you your signature, we give you a direct reading. More about that on the website. So this is where you can get extra support with these things. And I hope to see you at one of the events. And yeah, keep your notifications on because more and more events are popping up onto that page. And hopefully we'll get to see each other in person. We'll get to hang out and I'll take you through a personalized experience. Okay, I'm going to have my tea. And do let me know on the names that I said at the beginning if you have any opinions. I would totally love that. Okay, until the next time, we are going to be doing these more regularly, so probably weekly or something like that. Okay, so I'm excited to spend time with you here and interact with you. Liberate Me has been working behind the scenes with bespoke private clients for a long time because we go deep. We just do it. Right? So it's really nice to be coming out and spreading the message a bit further about the magic that is inside of here. So thank you for listening, and I shall see you soon. Bye-bye.